If you're a coach, consultant, or business expert battling to thrive either in your business or even your health or relationships, this video is definitely for you. And so what we know about this there are four main reasons why this is happening. The first are a low self-image and self-esteem. The second is that you have limiting beliefs that are still affecting you from the past. The third are disempowering emotions, so fear, anxiety, uncertainty, and anger that keep popping up. And the fourth is that there's a lack in knowledge or a particular skill set. And so in today's video, we are going to focus heavily on those top three things and how you can conquer all three and really level up in your business, your revenue, your health and wealth and relationships, and whatever it is you've been striving for. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and type in level up in the comments and let's get going. All right, so as I alluded to before, the reality is that 95% of what gets in your way are those first three things: the low self-image and self-esteem, the limiting beliefs, and also the disempowering emotions. Those will take you on a giant hamster wheel of just unregulated fear, shame, anxiety, things that continue to pop up and come up on the surface from your past, either from your age 0 to 7 or from your traumas from your adult years. And the disadvantage to that, besides not getting the results that you want in life and in your business, is that you will continue to feel like not enough, that you're not making enough money, and that the satisfaction that you're looking for is so far away. It'll always feel like you haven't reached your full potential and you don't want to live and settle in on these emotions that it causes. And this is why today I'm sharing a case study, my own case study of me using an app that basically retrains your brain. I call it rewiring the neural muscles that help shatter these limiting beliefs and all of those factors that contribute to self-sabotage. And this is why I want to introduce you to Innercise, also the sponsor of today's video. And so Innercise is the #1 mindset coaching app with over 500 brain training audios that range from 10 to 20 minutes on wealth creation, sales, relationships, and health. And it is the core that allows business owners to achieve their goals faster and feel absolutely unstoppable. And so to break down the first category of all this being self-image and self-worth, we need to go back in time, all of us, to our origin story. What was it, right? The first, 0 to 7 years of life. And I'll just say one thing about this is that when we are not born with beliefs. We are not born with traumas. We are not born with low self-esteem, self-confidence issues. We don't have pre-programmed narratives on how we think about beauty, the world, culture, religion. It's very pure. And when we start developing these things are during the age of 0 to 7, right? And that is when the majority, if not scientists say all, of the pre-programmed subconscious beliefs are there and determined that carry with us into our childhood, teenage, and into our adult lives. And so what this means is, for example, if you grew up in a house that was some way abusive, this typically means that in your adult life, those types of abusive narratives and situation can pop up. And to use myself as an example, for me, what popped up into my years of 0 to 7 was that I wasn't enough. To me, there was always a lack of something and not feeling good enough or feeling alone. And so into my teenage years, this very much did show up in high school, in college, in my career as a civil engineer, and definitely as a business owner. And so if we think about a lot of the traumatic things that happen as a business owner, whether that's revenue roller coaster, ugly breakups with a partner or a partnership that you were in business, losing key members on your team, having to sometimes pay your team and having no profit for yourself. These types of things definitely contributed to my self-worth, my self-image, self-confidence. And so I can say truthfully that just before using this Innercise app, I was going through a really rough part and slump in business. Okay, so I was a new mom. I was trying to figure things out. Things in marriage were kind of tiptoey, right? There was definitely revenue roller coaster, plateaus, dips, and things felt like they had been crashing all at once. And so where the Innercise app came in was it helped me get recentered, refocused, and helped me highlight, okay, where in my subconscious am I needing to reframe my belief? Where in my subconscious are limiting beliefs popping up left and right? What are my money blocks? Where do I start attacking the self-confidence issue first? And basically with this app being like a mindset coach, that you can put on at any point in the day, it really helped me to raise my vibration and help me to get out of a funk of different emotions that would pop up. And when I'd have a situation that I'd have to overcome, like the fear of getting on a sales call, the fear of raising my prices, because no matter really what level you're at, you're going to have a new level of fear. So if you're scared to get on a sales call, okay, now you've conquered that, but now you're scared to ask the customer to pay in full. It's always something. And that's why this Innercise app is so important, because it helps you peel back those layers of, negative programming and limiting beliefs so that you can continue to step into your full potential and hit your goals. And one of the things I love about the Innercise app is that it really helps you embody the visualization, right? There's some brain training audios that help you visualize the person that you want to be, help you envision that person as if you are that person now, okay? And this is really important because in order for you to step into that next level you have to embody those characteristics and be that, 7-8 figure CEO now. It was like, hey, I was scared to ask a client to continue working with us. I'm like, wait a minute, how can I ask my client to pay for my services again when I already charged them? That was my limiting belief that came from somewhere back in the subconscious and in, the past. But then I'm like, well, wait a minute, our current customers, those are our hottest customers. And so why wouldn't they want to continue working with you again and continue paying you for a service that is really, really good? And so thankfully, I was able to be like, you know what, screw this. I got over that self-worth limitation, and therefore the bottom line revenue in our business has increased steadily over the past 90 days. And by the way, if you want to start Innercising right now, all you got to do is click the link in the description. For my audience, there's a limited time offer on the annual and monthly plans. So go ahead and check out the first link in the description so you can start Innercising. Now, diving into limiting beliefs, that second category that I mentioned, let's see, for you business owners out there, one of these, types of limiting beliefs sound familiar. So the belief that hiring a team is expensive, the belief that, oh, I can't charge high ticket yet, the belief that, oh man, I'm too good. How could I ever trust somebody and hand off this work to somebody else? The limiting belief of, how could I ever make more money while working less? Oh, my audience won't like it. I'll look terrible on camera. Oh, what will such and such think of this, X, Y, and the third? The limiting beliefs go on and on and on. The comparison game, it's just never ending. And the way to control it, because as business owners, we do like to control, the way we need to understand a limiting belief is it's only a perceived thing. It's literally just our perception on this one topic. It's our perceived failures along the way in our entrepreneurial journey that make us think that we can't do it a second, third, a seventh time. But we can, and we have to prove that over and over, okay? The limiting beliefs also makes us turn our head and look at our competitors and think, oh man, they're already out there doing it, or oh man, there's already so many brands out there offering this, and I was gonna offer that. Well, you know what? You have to turn that limiting belief and shift it into thinking, okay, yeah, sure, I have competitors out there offering this, but there's millions of people who need this coaching experience the way I bring it. And so before the Innercise app, I had so many limiting beliefs like bobbling around in my head. I mean, I still do, but they're just way more contained and way different, right? And I could recognize them now. And the key is I am aware. And I believe the number one thing that held me back a lot was I needed external validation. I needed to ask everyone's opinion. I needed other people to motivate me to make a decision. I had to really okay, am I doing the right thing? I didn't trust myself. And I would fall into the rabbit hole of comparing myself. And a lot of times it would paralyze me into making a decision. And so after using the Innercise app, I was able to show up powerfully as the leader I am. I was able to develop a super sexy offer suite within months as opposed to years. And that offer suite includes low ticket, mid ticket, and high ticket offers. It allowed me to be grateful for all experiences, no matter if I thought they were a failure or a huge success. And overall, it allowed me to be a better mom, better wife, better business owner, and relinquish the control over everything that I thought I had. And guess what? When I relinquished control, all kinds of great things started to happen, like pay in full sales that started to happen without me. My sales team took over the sales calls. We had one of the biggest cash injections that we ever had of $42,000 in gross sales in just a 2-week period. And so right now I want to do something special, right? I want to invite you to start Innercising with me right now. All right, so just pop on your headphones.
I have the ability to reduce and eliminate any stress right now. Say yes. Good. Now, as you continue to breathe in deeply, gently and slowly, say this along with me. I breathe in calmness. I release any stress right now. Well done. Now, imagine and feel that you are now able to notice what triggers your stress and when is it triggered.
Now, hopefully you enjoyed that as much as I did. And to get started innercising today, all you got to do is click the first link in the description, choose an annual or a monthly plan, and you can get started right now. All right, now jumping into the next category, those disempowering emotions. One emotion I really want to hit on is fear. Fear is something that never goes away, and I'm grateful that it doesn't, okay? Fear is, in my opinion, our best friend, and to me, that one thing in business that you are scared of doing right now is the very next thing that you should do, okay? Whether that's hiring, launching, investing into a big program, whatever it is, and that little fear ball that's going on inside, that's typically the thing that propels you forward and propels you into the unknown and gives you those key lessons to learn and progression to really crush your goals. But at the same time, I understand that fear can be very disempowering. It can be paralyzing. And in this case, this is where the Innercise app really comes into play, because like it did for me, it could help you turn your fears really into power. And literally this is like backed by sciences, right? It's backed by neuroscience. Like John Assaraf, I'll mention him in a second, but this really has to do with like the neuroplasticity in your brain and like retraining your brain. But when you practice things like visualization, mindfulness, reframing limiting beliefs into powerful ones, cognitive priming, guided hypnotherapy, all of these things are helping retrain the alpha and theta brain waves. And so by accessing these alpha and theta brain waves, definitely what you want to be training. And this is so important because this is what helps keep these things away for good, like the limiting beliefs, the anxiety, the depression. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this clearly, but about 1.5 years ago, I fell into a deep pit of anxiety and depression. I mean, it hit so hard. Now, kind of the not so happy part of this story was, you know, the past 6 months, I've had my battles with anxiety and depression. And it's something that I've never dealt with before in my life until you know, recently, within the past year, and especially in the past 6 months. And I really, you know, there's a lot of reasons why I think that sparked it, but I mean, there were days where, I mean, I would just cry. At one point in time, I've suffered from anxiety in many points in my life. I remember in the past, being open and honest, I had to solve it with smoking, with marijuana, with drinking, with taking medication for it, CBD, CBD oil. And now, like the what I've focused on internally and emotionally, and with this Innercise app, it's really helped me keep off anxiety and depression for good. Like, I never have anxiety anymore, and that's crazy to say. You know, I maybe feel like, you know, 1% to 2% of it here and there, whereas before it was a full-blown, you know, 100%. And so I've been there, and I just want to say, like, with the repetitive brain training audios and mindfulness states that you're in this app, it's like workouts for your brain, okay? It's like workouts for your brain, just the way that, you know, physically working at the gym is really great for your body. Physically working out your brain and the neuroplasticity is really good for in here, your heart, your emotions. which means breaking through that next step in order to achieve your vision and your goals. What I love about the app is the affirmation that it makes you say, the powerful language statements, because there's some that actually have you repeat, like, I am this, and this is, happening now. One of my favorite parts of the app are the inner scapes, where it's just peaceful nature sounds, and I just put those on while I'm, doing a chore, or while I'm, doing a task at my computer. Even while I'm winding down in bed before I'm going to sleep at night, I put on these innerscapes and I visualize exactly how I want my day to go, and visualize who I'm being that next day, people that I want to attract, the clients I want to attract. And so as a reminder, there's over 500 10 to 20 minute innercises on this app, all in the categories of business, sales, health, wealth, gratitude, relationships. Definitely get started and download it today so you can start innercising. And I do want to mention one other thing about John Assaraf. I mean, if you don't recognize him, he is one of the faces in the movie The Secret, the movie about the law of attraction. John is a superstar, like literally he is. I mean, he's the CEO and founder of 5 multi-million-dollar companies. He has been in 12 different blockbuster movies, and with his companies, he's been able to coach and mentor over 100,000 people. That is wild. And so the point is, John has been, innercising for 42 years. He's created massive success, and he's been studying neuroscience his entire life. And if you take anything away, know this: we can reshape, rescript, reform our limiting beliefs and things in our subconscious mind that no longer serve us, so we can achieve that ultimate success that we want, whether that's 7-figure revenue, 9-figure revenue, having a sexy body, having the relationships, the spouse of our dreams. We can literally have it all, and most importantly, deserve to have it all. And along the way as entrepreneurs, we just need a little bit of help getting there and keeping that strong, fearless, cool and controlled mindset and step into that next badass level that we are. So again, if you want a neuroscience-based way to enhance your business goals, your business performance, and actually achieve your vision, definitely you can start innercising today by going to the first link in the description and downloading it. I really appreciate you sticking to this part of the video. And now, if you love this video, definitely check out the video I have coming up next, all about a week in my life, a day in my life of a CEO YouTuber, some business and team and personal updates. That video is coming up right here. Just click in this spot right here.